mic on, please. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Check That Post Podcast. I'm your host, Jen, and these are my co-hosts,
Christina
and Marjorie.
And we are a podcast about life, love, and relationships. And tonight's topic is a good one.
Yeah.
But before we go there, I need to check in. How was your day?
My day was pretty good. It's Friday Eve. I'm just ready for the weekend.
Marjorie?
My day was awesome. No complaints.
Okay.
And I had 2 naps.
Good.
Not 1, but 2.
Right.
So tonight's topic.
Oh, how was your day?
Right.
Oh, I forgot about my day. My day was good. I was just chilling all day, so I had a very good day.
Awesome.
Okay, I guess we're gonna get with it in a minute. Okay, today's topic we're talking about respect. Respect yourself, and we have a problem with expecting other people to automatically respect us. So we're gonna get into that a little bit tonight. First of all, I want to say that you don't just automatically get respect.
Right.
You have to earn it.
Absolutely.
Just because I'm older than you, I can't just assume that you're going to respect me, because that's not how the world works.
Right.
But if I give you respect, I do expect you to give it to me in return. And if you don't, then we'll handle that. But respect yourself first, and then others be more likely to respect you.
Agreed.
That's my take on that part.
I definitely agree. You have to set the tone for, how you want other people to treat you.
Right.
The whole respect thing. And there are people that are going to respect, everybody around them no matter what. Even if you disrespect them, they're still going to have respect for you. They're still going to treat you kind. It's some people that are not going to match your energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to remain humble. They're going to remain, the way that they are.
Right.
There's nothing that you can do or say to deter them from how they're going to react.
Right.
But at the same time, this is, a world where everybody is not the same. So, of course, everybody ain't going to be like that. You're going to have people that, you're going to, want them to talk to you a certain type of way or not talk to you a certain type of way. But only you can let them know how you want to be talked to.
Right.
So only you can determine, or only you can tell that person or let those people know how you want to be respected. Because respect can be different levels as well. What you might see as respect, I might see as disrespectful. So you have to set that tone for your own individual self. You can't expect people to read your mind and think, like, oh, I know how she want me to treat her. If you don't tell me, I don't know. So we all have a general
levels. Yeah.
Right. We all have a general knowledge of respecting, having respect for one another. So, but at the same time, there's different levels, like you just said, different levels to that level of respect. So that's my take on the respect aspect of it.
Marjorie?
I feel like I'm kind of what Tina described is I kind of focus on mainly how I carry myself and focusing on how I want to treat other people, no matter how they act. I kind of treat everybody the same all across the board, I feel, unless you cross me, and then I might, kind of be a little more reserved. I'll still be nice to you, but I might be a little more reserved,
A little standoffish.
Yeah, a little bit, just... And even if you don't cross me, depending on how you carry yourself as a person, it might make me either open up more or just kind of like, keep it as hey, bye, that's about it.
Absolutely.
It just depends on the vibe that I get, what makes me feel comfortable.
Right.
But I was raised on respecting people,
Absolutely.
period.
Yeah.
No matter if they're young,
Yeah.
old, my age, it don't matter. Like, respect has always been a big part of my life.
Yes.
And I like respecting people.
Right.
And honestly, the way that I carry myself, like, I use this as an example. I don't really, like, curse that much. I don't judge people that do curse. It's just, like, one of them things that's, like, not for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just the
It's
opposite.
a preference.
But, see, that's fine. Like,
It comes
I
out,
just
it comes
never...
out.
The only time that I do it is if I'm, like, really, 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 really pissed off,
Yeah.
But other than that, I just feel like it's just not me. It's just not my thing.
Right.
But I notice, like, people around me, they'll, like, adjust to how I talk, and I don't tell them to or nothing. I just assume maybe they're just,
Being respectful.
Yeah, being respectful.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't even have to necessarily teach people.
Right.
They'll just go off your aura and try not to be,
that's true.
try to feel like they're stepping on your toes or something like that.
Right.
When in actuality, I don't care what you say,
how you talk.
Right, you just be yourself. I'm just being myself, So
Well, I know people my age, we sometimes just automatically think that just because we are older that we're supposed to automatically get that respect. And that's not always the case, like I said. But I know me for myself, if you're older than me, I match energy. So if you coming at me a certain way, then you're going to get that same energy. And it may not be right off the bat. I'll give you a chance to come correct. But I don't care how old you are. If you want my respect, you best be giving it to me. So if your energy is on 10 and mine on 5, then if you don't adjust it and bring that down, then I'm going to come up there with you. Because I ain't the type that say when they go high, go higher. I'm going to go low, 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 low. Like, I'm going to give you what you're giving me. Because at this day and age, you don't know what people going through. I could be going through something, and I'm not feeling what you feeling. But you don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
But you coming at me crazy. So if I feel disrespected, then you best believe you're going to get that same energy. Now, I'm going to give you the opportunity sometimes, depending on what the situation is, to come correct. Like I said, if you don't, then it's a wrap. Like, we're just going to be two hollering, crazy-looking people because it's going to go there. But like I say, I will give you that opportunity to come correct. I don't expect you to, like I get a lot of ma'ams at work especially. Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. You ain't got to do all that. Because I'm older, but come on now. We two grown-ups. If you're working in the same place I'm working, you old enough, you ain't got to come at me like that. But if you choose, you feel like that's just you showing respect, then by all means, do you. But I don't require that. Like, I'm just human just like you are. So you get what you give. And, that's the way I feel. But now, on the other tip, for a woman trying to get respect from her man, now that's a whole different, thing. If you required him to respect you in certain areas, if you do not make that understood, because they're not mind readers. Men especially is not mind readers.
Absolutely not.
They got like a one-track mind. So if you don't tell them what you feeling
and mean what you say
and how you want to be treated, what you allow will continue. Right. So bring it the way you want it. And if you can't get it the way you want it, then you know what to do. Address it. Keep addressing it. And, women get tired. They get tired of saying over and over and over. They get tired of the same old, same old. After so long, they get quiet. And y'all men better look out when they get quiet. You know what that means. What's that song? When the woman get fed up.
No matter what you say, and no matter what you do.
When she fed up, she fed up. So that's another type of being respected.
Mm-hmm.
But you got that demand respect. Like, I don't care who it's from.
Right.
Like, there's no need for nobody going around just disrespecting just for the sake of disrespecting.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just say how it is, and you know, it is what it is.
And it ain't what it ain't.
But yeah, we got a couple of Dear Jen letters that we're gonna get into, and this one right here, I'm gonna just go ahead. Well, I guess it's a little song. Y'all got any more on that topic?
I will just say, this, like, just on the aspect of, you know, like how you want people to treat you and how you expect them to treat you, just because of the fact that, you know, expecting something from somebody is like, you know, you kind of setting yourself up for disappointment if you ain't even let them know, like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need, or this is what I'm expecting, you know. So if you don't let them know what you're expecting, they're not going to be able to tell you whether they're going to be able to fulfill that expectation for you or not. So you gotta set that from Jump Street. Like, there's no point in, you know, even indulging, even that's friendships, you know, family members, all that. You have to set the tone from the beginning. And let people know, you know, how you want to be treated or what you're expecting out of the relationship or whatever it is that it may be. So you have to set that tone. You have to let them know, because, like we said, ain't nobody about to read your mind. Like, you know, you just have to make sure you let it be known, or you make it clear to whoever it may be, you know, what your expectations are.
Right.
And like with relationships, I'm just thinking about, like, one that comes to mind is just like how men talk to women, or even how women talk to men. You know, it goes both ways. You know, because I have been in situations where, you know, men talk crazy, you know, and I'm like, I don't talk like that. So, like, I'm not expecting you to talk to me like that, because I'm not talking to you like that. But, you know, he, in the beginning, you know, he just talking like that because that's how he talked. That's what he know. That's what he been doing all his life. But it was until, you know, he came into the situation with me, and I'm like, hold up now, like, that's not okay with me. I'm not okay with that. Like, it's okay, like, you know, you talk to your homeboys and y'all talk to each other like that, but when you talking to me, yeah, I'm not okay with that. Either you gonna, you know, get right, talk to me like I want to be talked to, or talk to me like I'm talking to you, or, you know, you can keep on pushing and, you know, find somebody that's okay with it. But I let him know that from the beginning, and he adjusted to that. You know, he was like, okay, like, I get what you're saying. Ain't nobody ever said that, so I ain't never think, you know, nobody ever got offended by it, or, you know, nobody ever told me that they felt disrespected by the way that I talked to them. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm glad that, you know, the people around you are okay with that, but I'm not okay with that. So, you know, and he adjusted, like I said. So, and that wasn't even an issue for us, because I set the tone from the beginning. As soon as it happened, I was like, hold up, now, wait a minute, like, we ain't doing that. So, but I'm just like, I ain't talking to you like that, so we ain't finna do that. Like,
Well, like I said, there's levels to it, because my perception of disrespect may not be their perception of disrespect. I can just talk loud.
Right.
And that's the thing with kids, because when I was raising my kids, you know, I didn't want them to talk loud. I want them to talk at a level tone, because we can understand each other correctly without them raising their voice. And if they raised their voice, I had a problem with it, and I let it be known. But the kids today, that's about all they do. They yell, shout, and express themselves. Nobody checks them on that nowadays, because things are different now. But for the most part, because you know, they go into all this. They go into their feelings. I'll leave it like that. But nowadays, things is just, allowed more so than they was back in the day. You want to elaborate on that some?
Since you brought up kids, I mean, I had a moment in life where I even thought that a child asking me a question after I told them what to do was disrespectful. Because I'm like, what you mean why? You do it because I said do it, But then I had to slowly learn that at times it's okay to explain, especially if a particular child is not really used to your style of parenting, or like sometimes you do have to sit down and explain because they're not used to that. But then once they get the hang of it, then they start trusting you more to not have to ask you why all the time. You just have to kind of trust the process.
Right.
So if some people are going through that, just try to humble down some. It's gonna be frustrating because especially if you grew up, in a household where what I say goes,
Right.
it'll seem disrespectful.
Right.
But just try to put yourself in their shoes and just use it as a teaching moment, And it can be a learning moment for you as well, like y'all were saying, everybody is just not the same. And people comfort levels are different. The way they express themselves are different.
Right.
So sometimes you just have to interact differently with certain people, Y'all have to get on each other's level respectfully, hopefully.
Right. Definitely.
And then y'all just navigate a way to compromise, so y'all can get y'all end goal completed,
That's right. Because I know even in the work situation, certain supervisors have a tendency to talk to you crazy. Man, you got to go there with them and let them know, like, no, this is not okay. You're not going to be talking to me because we ain't no slave now.
Right.
But sometimes you just have to make people respect you because they'll walk all over you if you don't.
Right.
Like if you don't let it be known you ain't okay with a situation, they gonna come at you any kind of way.
Yeah.
And what you allow will continue.
And then it's gonna get worse and worse.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I'm noticing now more than ever, like in the work field, that people are taking advantage of their rights as employees more. How they go to break, vacation time, making sure that they feel comfortable in the work environment. Like, actually this year alone, I didn't personally experience it, but I noticed, a few people may have been in a department where they felt uncomfortable and they would tell management and management would overlook it. Well, those employees decided, to talk to other employees and everybody just kind of, uplifted them and encouraged them to stand their ground, and that helped them either get moved to a different department where they felt more comfortable, or they got the person that was causing trouble out the door. And I thought that was really cool. Like, I didn't notice people doing it as much, I'm still young, but when I was younger, people just kind of put their head down, do what your boss tell you to do. And now
Them
people,
days go.
they long gone now. Like, people are wanting to be appreciated even as employees, and I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, they will walk out on you.
Yeah.
Yes. Or just won't come in.
Yeah, not putting up with
We
it.
ain't doing that today. I'm sorry. Get you somebody else, okay?
And the whole root of all of that be about the respect. Like,
Exactly.
ain't nobody disrespecting you, so you're not going to disrespect you. No matter how much more or how much less I make than you, like,
Right.
I'm gonna respect you and you gonna respect me.
Right.
That's how this thing gonna go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or I'm
Because
gonna be
there's too
out
many
there.
jobs out there. Y'all
Right.
can get another one somewhere
Oh,
else.
yeah.
Go where you're appreciated, not tolerated.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right now. So let's do this, dear Jen, again.
I'm getting the pen ready.
because we have so many, dear Jen, so we're going to get into it a little bit earlier. Dear Jen, I love the topic for today, and you are totally right. You can't expect you and others. The people around us aren't mind readers. We have to tell them what we expect from them and vice versa. Exactly. We just told them about that. And expecting them to read your mind is, nowadays, no. Just tell them. Just tell them what you want. It's okay to say no as well. Because you call yourself trying to be nice to people, but they're not being nice to you. So you got to handle that. Because if you don't, guess what they're going to do? Walk all over your neck. And you don't want that.
Yeah. And we learned, like, in elementary school, K-5, K-4, treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly.
But everybody not finna do that.
They ain't.
So, you just got to make sure, you might be treating people like you want to be treated, but you got to make sure they treating you the same way. So,
Right.
And if they not, then, you need to go ahead and push them on out the way.
Yeah.
And a smile don't always mean they being nice.
Right. Absolutely not.
I learned that the hard way. Still learning sometimes.
And they be smiling, they be stabbing you in your back at the same time. Be reporting you, telling everything. But when you look at her, hey girl!
Right.
Space.
Hey.
They get the ask questions.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the next. Dear Jen. Dear Jen, I'm a caring person. I'm the one who's always trying to fix other people's problems. However, just because I help doesn't mean I want people to take advantage of my kindness, becoming upset with me if I decide not to help. How can I handle this issue with friends, families, and relatives? The number one thing they always say is you can help and you should help those in need. But they are the ones that are benefiting. Again, it's okay to say no. Just say no. Tell them no. You ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And even if you do got it, they ain't got to know you got it. Just tell them no, not this time. I ain't feeling it. I don't want to help.
I want to help.
Go away. Leave me alone. Say anything.
Not this time.
Not at this time. It's good enough.
You ain't gotta
But if they
explain
keep
yourself.
on coming back and asking, no, don't say that. What I was going to say. Just say no. Put your foot down. Stand your ground. Because that is your right to say no.
I mean, say how you feel. Like, if
Yes.
you feel like they coming around too much, let them know. Like, look, we have to space this thing out a little bit better. We have to come up with a better plan, to try to help you to where you're not as needy, So just try to work with them, be honest with them, and hopefully they'll be receptive to it. And if not, then that's your scapegoat.
And if you like to joke around, just be like, bye, Felicia.
Laugh it off.
Right, laugh it off.
Like, girl, you crazy.
Like I done told you, no, man, doggone it.
Not get.
Damn. Anything, get out of my face. Nah,
Oh my God.
but we ain't joking at the same time. But just say no. You got this. I trust that you can. You know how to tell them no without being hateful,
Right.
without being mean.
Yeah.
Just say no. Then doggone it. Just say no. Let's go to the next. Dear Jen, I feel as though society went through an era when they were forced to respect and assume people should honor and praise them now and then. It's getting to where respect is earned. If I had to choose, I would say I enjoy respect being earned because, yes, I have mutual respect for all people. But at the same time, I don't feel obligated to brush things under the rug that I don't agree with. I feel powerful enough not to assume that people will handle me a certain way, but instead use it as a teaching moment from the way I carry myself as a person. You was just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're right. You know, you carry yourself as though you demand respect, and 9 times out of 10 they will respect. They're coming with you at you correct.
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed that if you're walking with your feet flat on the ground, your head up, you ain't looking down, your shoulders slump, like, you know, 9 times people, 9 times out of 10, people gonna come at you correct.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are walking, you dragging your feet, and scuffling along, and slowly slump, and head down all the time, of course they're gonna look at you like you weak.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give them that.
Right.
Hold your head up. I don't care what you got going on. With your back straight, and dare anybody to approach you with some mess.
Yeah,
And if they do, you check it.
demand that.
Shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody is bullying you on your job, at school, or whatever, you stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is not cool. And if they talking about you, we don't care about that. No they ain't putting their hands on you. Let them talk. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody say. Talk is cheap.
It
But-
is, but still don't be letting nobody talk to you know any kind of way. If
No,
you're
I'm
not
saying if
okay
they
with
talking
it.
about them like to
Oh,
other
okay.
people. You know how
Oh,
people
okay,
get in
yeah.
groups and they pointing and laughing and talking. No, don't nobody. That's
Yeah.
childish stuff.
Child play.
But like she said though, they talking and come to you with that mess. You know how to handle it. We ain't got to.
Right.
That's right. Make them say your name. But yeah, and don't brush nothing under the rug. Handle it.
No,
Like if a
right.
situation arises,
Yeah.
don't wait on it. Just handle it. Do what you got to do
Yeah.
within reason.
Grown.
Now we ain't trying to say you go out there and do that crazy,
Right.
but just handle it. You know what to do. Don't sweep nothing on the rug because I'm telling you, it's gonna come back and bite you.
Right. Yeah.
If you be like, okay, I ain't gonna worry about it, they'll be all right. And then they come back again. Okay, I ain't gonna worry about it. And they keep coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna keep happening until
Yeah.
you shut it down.
Right.
Like, no, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just say? Y'all know, get the neck rolling. Y'all know what to do. You know how to handle it. So we ain't got to tell you what to do. You already know. Think we got another one.
Yes, I do have a Dear Jen here. All right, Dear Jen, I have spent majority of my life pleasing people, and I'm trying to change that behavior. All I've gotten in return is people walking all over my feelings. The disrespect makes my blood boil. Everyone thinks I'm so sweet and so quiet, but just below the surface is a raging, mad woman. I don't want to be nice anymore. I'm tired of being walked on and treated as an afterthought. How can I fix it? Help.
Like we just said. The way you fix it is put a stop to it.
Yeah,
Don't allow it anymore.
right.
Just put a stop to it.
And you don't have to be mean and hateful
No,
to do that.
no.
Like,
It's just
you can be just as
communication.
happy and be like,
Mhm.
no, not today.
Don't know about that.
It might not the first time, but at the same time, you might have to be like,
Right.
no, not today. Right? I said not today. So.
It's levels. Yeah, it is. But you tried the first time. If that don't work, like she said, with a smile on your face. If that don't work, get a little bit firmer. If that don't work,
Yeah.
then
Hit that block button.
I done told you no. You better get out my face.
Right.
I mean, do whatever you got to do to shut it down.
Right.
So, That's my take on that.
You gotta demand it. You want the respect. You have to take the respect, and you gotta give the respect. So that's the moral of today's topic.
Yes.
Get with somebody that, if you have anybody that you trust, if not, maybe reach out to one of us and talk about, what's been bothering you, because you don't want to walk around with all that, anger and stuff.
Right.
You gotta get that out.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't feel comfortable talking about it in person, put it in a letter. Send it to a dear Jen, and we'll discuss it that way. And for you women out there that are tired of your men talking to you any kind of way, you can check that as well. That's very important to check, because you got to lay your head down. So, just tell them you're not going to stand for it. Like Christina was just saying. No, we're not going to do that. Don't talk to me like that. I deserve better. I deserve you to treat me better. And I deserve for you to talk to me better. And if he can't do it, then do what you got to do later.
Men can use that advice on women too.
Yeah, because I know there are a lot of women that talk crazy to men as well.
You don't want to go to sleep at night with it in your head. The last thing that the person that you love in the door said to you, that was talking to you crazy. Now you want to sleep with this on your head. So of course, when you wake up in the morning, it's gonna be there as well. So
it's gonna be in your dream.
Right.
If you
even go to sleep, So you gotta check it. You gotta check it at the door.
Yeah, necessary evil. But you gotta take care of it. Because there's a lot of women that call men out of their names. It's a lot of men that call women out of their names. And all that is just not even necessary. What you mad about?
Right.
Is you that mad at this person that you say that you love, that you call them out of their names? Is it really that serious? Like, is it really? Because if you lose that person, you can't get that back.
Right.
After having said that to them, and before you get to apologize, they're gone. Really, is it really that serious?
And once you say it, you can't take it back.
Right. And she ain't gonna forget it. You believe that. You remember that time you called me? She ain't gonna forget that. No. Because that hurt her to her core. So she's not gonna forget it. And I don't know, men, they tend to brush it off, but women don't.
Some live with that too. They be in their head, like replaying in their head.
Well, the best thing to do is just don't even do it. Like,
especially if you can't take it. Don't be putting it out there if you can't take it when somebody give it back to you.
And for the ones who think that's normal, the toxic love life is not. So it's much better out there.
Yeah, somebody asked me, what did I know about toxic love? What is that?
I know what it is, but I don't want it.
Right.
Not no more. I wanted it when I was, younger, because I ain't know no better, but that ain't where it's at.
I mean, who wants to be with somebody that they got to argue and fuss and fight 24/7? No peace, no rest. Who wants that? Ain't nothing good about that. High blood pressure.
Right.
Loss of appetite. Like, who want to deal with that?
Right. I would
Can't
just
sleep.
Speaking from experience, at the time when I was in it, I didn't want to be in it, but at the same time I was holding on to the fact that maybe one day it'll change. It's like a cycle that a lot of people get stuck in, and they be thinking it's gonna change. I just give it a little bit longer, a little bit time. But for certain people, every match is not a good match. Everybody is not your person. So you can try for a little bit, but if it just keep going on and on, you might just have to get a different person to be with.
Yeah, because that definitely ain't normal. Ain't nothing normal about that.
No, it's not healthy at all or normal.
Did you have something you could say?
No. I was just thinking that, some people don't even realize, when they are in a toxic relationship, you just thinking that, like she said, that is normal, that's something that, our relationships go through, or all men talk to their women like that. But no, like, if you just talk to some of the people around you, they'll let you know, like, nah, you ain't supposed to be putting up with that. So
Right.
if you got some common sense and you done been in some relationships before, now if all your men done talk to you crazy like that, then,
Yeah, no
You
man
might-
wants to be
you
disrespected,
might be
especially
talking to them like
in front of their
that.
boys.
Yeah.
No, they not. I don't know no man that would say that's okay. Like, if he hanging out with his boys and you coming out there, you need to get your behind in here and do what I told you to do. Empty the trash can or whatever and call him out his name. No, ain't no man gonna put up with that.
No.
Not for long. Not for long. Ain't no woman gonna put up with it either. Get in here and cook me something to eat. So and so. No. Girl, you can do better than that.
Right.
Go find you somebody that's gonna respect what you bring.
Absolutely.
Okay. And treat you like the queen that you are. Okay.
They out here.
They sure are. And with that, thank you for joining us. This has been another episode of Check That Post Podcast. You can follow us on TikTok or Facebook at Check That Post, and on YouTube, dog, I can't talk tonight. On YouTube at Check That Post Pod. Hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you know every time we upload a new episode. Write a Dear Jen letter to checkthatpostpod@gmail.com or text 866-311-2251. Thank you.